Good morning, guys. I have makeup in my eye because I forgot to take my mascara off. I wanted to just vlog my day and maybe show you guys what I'm eating throughout the day, and just give you guys an update on like what I've been doing since I've graduated, and what my plans are moving forward, because apparently you guys like these like talking day in a life vlogs. I literally have something like inside of my eyeball. So I wanted to show you guys a little bit of my morning routine and how I start my day, because I know people love watching these videos. I love seeing people's morning routines, but I actually start my morning by looking on Instagram. This seems kind of weird, but it is mostly because I have like curated my Instagram feed to not be an issue. I know a lot of people have the problem where they're like, oh, like I follow people that, you know, don't always make me feel great about myself, and I just don't understand, because it's like, just unfollow them. Like, if you are following someone who's not making you feel better, want to be better, whatever it is, etc., then you probably shouldn't be following them. So the majority of my explore page is just lifting videos, a bunch of like inspirational, low-key, sometimes cringy quotes, and then just memes. I tend to just go through Instagram, go through my emails, go through my text messages, try and respond to as much as I can while listening to a podcast. I'm listening to a lot of Bucci Radio right now. I love her podcast. I listen to the Empire podcast show, and then I listen to the Guava Girl podcast, which is Isabella Silverio. I found her through Amanda Bucci. And then I also really like Grant Cardone, but I usually just watch his stuff on YouTube. So in the past like 6 to 8 months, I've gotten really into skincare. I've always used it a little bit the past like 2 years or so, but I'm like actually caring, and I'm not wearing foundation and stuff like that, and my skin is like low-key flawless at the moment. So I used this mask yesterday. This is an activated charcoal mask. I just got this from a BoxyCharm. This is by Cosmetics. I'll link it down below if I can. So this is like a little bit of a harsher mask, but today I wanted to use something else. So I'm just using this e.l.f. hydrating gel mask. Nothing too crazy. It basically feels like Vaseline on your skin. So on my off days from the gym, I can take my time a little bit more in the morning, and I don't have to be so focused on like trying to slam in as much food as possible. So I'm actually going to this event this afternoon. I'm kind of nervous about it because I've never been to one. I don't think I've really talked about this side of my personal life. As you guys know, I am studying to become a personal trainer, and I want to start my own like online coaching business. So that is the goal. It's something I've wanted to do for such a long time, and I've just been scared, and I don't know why. I was like, let me just do it, because I was the same way with my YouTube channel, and I think this is the best decision I've ever made with my life, to be honest. So the event is basically for young entrepreneurs and networking, I guess. It's by the guy who's on Shark Tank. I can't remember what his name is, but he is one of the judges. I don't know what they call them. I've only watched Shark Tank a handful of times, but it's mostly about sales. I don't know what to expect, and I'm really nervous, but I never say yes to events like these. Networking really scares me. Like, I think I went to one job fair in all of college, and it was because I had to for class. So you know, like, I'm great at talking with people, and I can talk to anyone, and I enjoy it once I'm there, but getting me to actually go is such an impossible task. So I've got my breakfast here. I've got 2 fried eggs that are a little runny on the inside, as well as a whole avocado with some salt and some pepper. Then I've got like 10 ounces of fruit punch. Nothing quenches your thirst quite like juice. I need to start getting my own because this is actually my brother's. But speaking of coaching and all that jazz, I work on NASM in the morning, but I have my entire day scheduled out on Google Calendar. So a lot of people always ask me what I use. This kept me so organized last semester when I was interning because I just had so much to do every single day. It was very overwhelming. This is what it's looking like for today. So as you can see, I've got it in there that it is my filming day and I have my entire day broken down like by time slots, and I find this helps me keep myself on track. So it's okay if I take a little bit longer or a little bit shorter to do things, but I want to do it at that time. I have my vitamins. I've got my multivitamin for her. Take 2 of these. It also has omega-3s, which is a plus, so you don't have to take one of those giant fish oil pills. I take B12 because although I get it from eggs, I am pretty deficient since I don't eat meat. And then we've got my 2 calcium pills that I take. I don't know whether, I can't really say whether or not I've seen a difference with these, but it has magnesium in it as well, which is something that I'm actually a little deficient in. So I don't know, I feel good when I'm taking them, and my nails start falling apart the second I stop taking these. Unfortunately snowed here last night. The car doesn't look like it's too bad. Like, I think the windshield wipers could get most of that off. And I just need to clear this. So, change of plans. I was gonna go to the gym real quick, but it is now 10:16 and I need to be back here in an hour to start getting ready for this event. And my doors are frozen shut. Like, I went to put the key in and there was ice over top of it, so I like brushed it down, and then I put the key in and I turn it and I turn it and I turn it and I turn it, and it just, it's frozen shut. So I'm already about to leave in a second. Did my makeup, didn't really do much with my hair, and this is my outfit. So this bag is from Target. These jeans are from Abercrombie and Fitch. Well, technically I got them for $8 from a thrift store, but they're by Abercrombie and Fitch. This jacket is either from Shein or Romwe, and then this top is from Marshall's. Got it for $20. It's just like a DKNY little crossover wrap top with short sleeves. Most likely not gonna take my jacket off. I feel like there's like virtually no point of me even getting my car warm because this place is not that far away. But it's cold. Woo! I should have worn like a coat with this as well, but it's fine. We've committed. All is well. So let's do this. I was gonna go to Dunkin' and I was like, woo, we'll do the whole thing and have a drink, and no, didn't have time for that because I had to get my doors to stop being like frozen shut, and then clean off my car because Maryland doesn't know how to freaking fill. So over winter, I hate it here.
Presentation. What we're going to do is we're going to follow us down a side aisle. We're going to fill up that first row, slide all the way down. Then the second row, we're going to leave those.
So it is 3 o'clock, just finished the event. It was actually really cool. The last 45 minutes were about real estate, and the first like 2 hours were just about selling, entrepreneurial words, mindset, and I don't know, like I learned a lot of stuff. So they gave us a notepad at the very beginning, and I'm like a huge notes person, so I took some notes. So if you don't care about any of this, you guys can just skip. But basically we talked a little bit about return on investment, creating MSI, which is multiple streams of revenue, multiple streams of income, which is something that I've been working on. So like my multiple streams right now are my guides, my YouTube channel, and then like sponsorships and brand deals. So obviously it's great to have all of that, but I want to have one main thing, which would be online coaching. So really just switching my mindset, and they always say think like you already have money, and think of it as not being your money but other people's money, so you're not so scared about investing in yourself and spending, because the only way that you have this money is because someone else gave it to you. So that's like one of the biggest things I've always taken away. So they basically talked about how you need to have a business plan. Don't work with a plan that's older than a year, and follow the plan. So it seems super simple, but at the end of the day, it's like you have to have a plan that works, and you're not gonna know if it works unless you follow through with the plan. And following through comes down to so many different things that you have to do. Like you have to have money, you have to know people, you have to make sales, you have to market your shit. Like there's so many things, and I get so overwhelmed. So that's something I want to work on. Obviously this whole event is to promote this 3-day like workshop training that they're doing, which I'm not gonna do, just because I've actually been looking into a couple other things, and I'm not ready. Let's be honest here. Like it's not gonna be for everyone at certain periods in their life, and I wanna get stuff going first. I'm just the type of person where I like to try and do it on my own first, and if it doesn't work, then you know, at least I learned something. I'm like high-key starving because I haven't eaten in hours, so I'm gonna have some lunch. I'm gonna have some mashed potatoes. I always get these ready to make ones just because I always make way too many mashed potatoes when I use the box. And then I'm gonna have one of my fake sausages. These are by Field Roast. These are the apple sage ones or whatever they're called. Highly recommend if you don't eat meat. Even if you do, these are really, really good. And then this looks disgusting, but it's delicious. I watch a lot of mukbangs. Is that how you pronounce it? And there's this one girl, Stephanie. She was involved in some Veronica Wang drama. You guys know all that nonsense going on, but she was eating like cheesy corn. I don't remember what it's called, but it's like a Korean dish, so I put a spin on it. So I'm currently watching Trisha mukbang the seafood boil completely wrong, and it's hilarious. I've got the corn and the potatoes in here, and I am sauteing my sausage. So I would normally give myself a little more downtime in between doing things, but because I lost 3 hours of my day at that event, even though it was great and I'm so glad I went, that was like my allotted downtime for the day. So now I'm just going to be primarily focused on doing some more NASM, because getting through that program as quickly as possible is my goal, because right now I'm not able to do a ton of stuff. So I have been like applying to some jobs on Indeed and doing a lot of freelance work because it's good for my reel, it's good for experience, and I get bored easily, so I need to be doing something all the time. And right now I can only like plan stuff out for coaching, so I can make like templates for certain body types to help me once I start taking on clients, so that will literally cut that time in half. But for the most part, there's not a ton that I can do. So basically this is like, I put the guides in a Google Sheets doc, and then I send this over to Athlete and they do all the app stuff for me. So like here is a sneak peek into what a typical Monday looks like. You've got back squats, RDLs, hip abduction, hamstring leg curl, and good mornings. And then I have my sets, my reps, the percent of your 1 rep max for squats, RPE, which is basically how many more reps you could have done. So out of 10, so if it's RPE 8, that means you could have done 2 more. And then I have my rest time and my notes on how to actually perform the exercise. So doing the guides, it's just very time consuming, and it's actually not as easy as you'd think to create a program for everyone. Like, I can make a program for myself easily, especially since I have done powerlifting and bodybuilding. I can do a little bit of both nowadays and kind of know how my body works. So that is something that has helped me a lot. Like, going through that, it's helped me create this guide so that it's gonna work for people who are quad dominant or glute dominant. So I'm so excited to release these gym and at-home ones. They're gonna be really, really good. I'm probably gonna follow it myself as well, and I think the results are gonna be so much better. Keep in mind that whenever people are giving you a guide that's a certain amount of weeks, that doesn't mean that your glutes are gonna grow like tenfold in those 8 weeks. It's just 8 weeks of workouts.